Oh.
Holding trial with no audience is a first, even for me, Prosecutor Gavin.
I beg the court's understanding, but I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony. A judiciary deal? The details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say. I thought it best to contain the information to this room.
Very well. And you are the witness, I gather.
Yes, sir.
State your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Drew Misham. I'm a painter. A painter, and you are somehow related to this case?
No, well, not per se.
I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Misham, was it? Do you know what this is?
Oh, yeah. I know it well.
How is that possible? Have you seen this diary page somewhere before?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I made it.
What? You made it?
Yes. You might call it one of my works.
The prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday. Illegal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Zach Grammarly.
Illegal evidence?
I initiated an investigation and found this witness. A painter of the world at large, Drew Misham has another side, you might say. He is skilled in making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words. Forgeries?
Well, so we are to understand that this page here is
a fake, prepared by a certain defense attorney.
Objection!
Hold it! I didn't prepare this evidence.
Objection!
The attorney speaks. Something about this page, I presume, but what is he saying? It makes no sense. After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix, right?
Witness, Mr. Bishop, was it? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client?
That, I don't know.
What?
Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contact with them. Objection!
But there's no proof this is a fake.
It's a fake.
Huh?
To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say without a doubt, this is mine.
Mr. Wright, you have just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court.
Wussten wir doch nicht. It was careless of me. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. Here.
What is this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the little boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
Aber wer hat dir das gegeben?
They said it was really important.
It was all a trap. A fatal trap.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
do you have an explanation for yourself?
If I did, would the court hear it?
Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime, and presenting it in court a serious mistake. A fatal mistake for an attorney.
Fatal too, perhaps for your client, I fear. Tell me, what kind of defendant relies on forged evidence? The answer is quite clear. A guilty one.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait. I understand that presenting forged evidence in court is a serious crime, but you cannot hold my client responsible for actions that I undertook as an individual.
I am sorry, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, another close call, I dare say. If the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip, everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah? You wanted it to. I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself.
I see no need for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed.
Also kriege ich jetzt Husten? Ich will keinen Husten kriegen, hallo?
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
could I ask your name?
Phoenix, right.
Mr. Wright, I have seen and studied many people, but none like you. I'll remember you, Mr. Wright.
Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Zack.
There's one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom,
You cannot declare me guilty. It is impossible. I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you.
except
Tell me, how do you plan on announcing a verdict when your defendant does not exist? Doesn't exist? What are you talking about?
I am talking about...
This.
Zaubert er sich weg.
Mr. Enigmar. The defendant escaped. Find him, quick. Bailiff, close all exits from the building.
So ist er wahrscheinlich verschwunden.
On the double, he must not be allowed to escape.
That day, in that courtroom, a miracle occurred. The defendant, Shady Enigmar, aka Zack Gramarye, did not just escape from court. He literally, unbelievably, vanished. Right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again, not since that day.
This is the Gramarye miracle. Ha 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 ha.
No verdict was declared. After all, the defendant didn't exist. That's how it happened. The trial of magician Zack Gramarye vanished, along with him for all eternity. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however, but not until 7 years later. Bin ich mal gespannt, wie das am Schluss alles noch zusammenfallen soll. Moment, was stand da gerade? Oh, ich kann gar nicht laden. The trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present, but you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of Magnific Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zack Gramarye go? Ich bin gespannt. What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? Auch da bin ich gespannt. And what about the girl who was left behind? Gut, das wissen wir.
That is true, see.
The shit? Nani? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. What is this? But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. Oh nein, Hobo Phoenix ist wieder da. Ich hätte gerne den anderen. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half-finished when the defendant vanished, and I became a total idiot. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There's something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. Oh, cool, das Magatama kommt doch nochmal vor. Wir haben doch neulich noch gemeint, dass das eine coole Mechanik war und schade ist, dass sie nicht wieder hier drin ist. Offenbar doch. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use Q and E to jump between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Ist Maya nicht nach Teil 3 tatsächlich Wirklich nochmal irgendwie trainieren gegangen? Okay, das ist ja krass. Da erinnere ich mich überhaupt nicht mehr dran. Aber jetzt kommen so langsam Erinnerungsfetzen hoch. Also haben wir jetzt hier Vergangenheit. Und ich kann zur Gegenwart wechseln. Aber da gibt's noch nichts. Okay. Okay, das ist interessant. Ich bin gespannt. Wir haben Detention Center, Defendant Lobby, Right and Co. Law Offices und Drew Studio. Was wollen wir denn mal nehmen? Ich würde sagen, wir gehen von oben nach unten, oder? Das ist bestimmt sonst chaotisch, wenn man irgendwo anders anfängt. Detention Center. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Wer ist denn da jetzt drin? Ich meine, Zack ist doch verschwunden. Ach so, er. Aber warum ist er denn jetzt im Gefängnis?
What strange sight doth mine eyes behold?
Excuse me?
2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak.
Ach, sitzen wir jetzt dahinter? Nee, sitzen wir nicht.
The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these flexiglass confines.
Vielleicht haben sie ihn erstmal da gelassen, weil jetzt nicht wirklich geklärt war, wer geschossen hat. There's been no proof that I forged anything.
Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits, and what, may I ask, awaits you?
A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall?
But since you are here, what shall we discuss?
The shooting of Magnific Grammary, for one. Who pulled that trigger, Fallon or his partner Zack? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Fateful trial.
I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent.
Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear. And he never even touched it.
Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation.
Revealing what?
Zack Grammary killed McNiffy. It's as good as a signed confession.
There's certainly been public opinion's take on it.
I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare.
Planning on jumping back into the magic right away?
As long as an audience waits with bated breath, they will be valiant. And also,
Yes?
know that my partner has disappeared. McNiffy's repertoire is mine. Valiant Grammary has a tradition to uphold.
Is that true?
Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity.
Okay, blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valand. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnific's instructions as your partner.
So I was, but only Zack Grammary followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot.
I'm more interested in learning something else, actually.
What might that be?
I want to know what McNiffy had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him?
The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know.
No, what?
A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Ey, das kennen wir. Holy shit. Okay, sind nur 4. Ich glaube, wir hatten auch schon mal 5 in Teil 3. Wo fing das eigentlich mit dem Magatama an? War das Teil 3 oder Teil 2? Bin ich mir gar nicht mehr sicher. Ich glaube, Teil 1 hatte das noch nicht. Ich glaube, es war Teil 2. Ja, ich meinte auch nur 4, weil ich glaube, das Maximum, was wir schon mal hatten, waren 5. Und ich dachte gerade, da kommen jetzt direkt 5. Und sagte deswegen, ach so, nur 4, nicht 5. I didn't think it would be that easy.
The audience must remain forever in the audience. Bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight.
My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they will tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. zumindest mal gucken, was da kommt. Ich meine, ich gehe nicht mal im Leben davon aus, dass wir jetzt irgendwie irgendwas im Court Record haben, um alle 4 Schlösser zu knacken, aber mal schauen. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Was ist das für eine Formulierung? On this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. Ich glaube, die habe ich schon mal irgendwo gehört, aber ewig nicht mehr. Die klingt voll witzig. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that is what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, is asking someone to commit murder.
Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales.
And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is, it was a matter of life or death.
Care to explain?
Your troop lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it?
Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it.
Vielleicht das Geballer mit der Kanone? Oh, tatsächlich.
Why, that's one of ours.
Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot.
What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers.
I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valland. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. In dem Intro zu diesem finalen Fall hat man doch einmal kurz gesehen, wie die 2 da stehen und schießen und in der Luft war so eine Frau. Vielleicht haben sie die ja tatsächlich irgendwann mal dann doch getroffen. An accident.
Ha. Zack and Valland's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard?
Was the shoot 'em cancelled because someone might get hurt?
Of course. What other reason could there be?
Well, it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt. Was das mit irgendwas zu tun hat, ja, weiß ich nicht. Vielleicht haben die irgendwie bei einer Probe die Frau da aus Versehen, einer von denen erschossen und keiner wusste, wer es war, außer Magnifi. Der hat es mitgekriegt, von wem die Kugel kam und hat gesagt, das habe ich jetzt in der Hand und jetzt müsst ihr mir immer gehorchen. Keine Ahnung, ich werfe auch nur gerade Ideen in den Raum. Und deswegen konnte er sie dann dazu zwingen, dass einer von ihnen ihn dann erschießen soll. Or it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt.
Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol?
Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage?
The performance of magic's not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot?
Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. Ja gut, da habe ich jetzt noch nichts. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Mhm. 7 years ago, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day.
Though I deeply regret having to declare verdict in this way, this trial is over. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There's one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty.
Das hatten wir doch gerade erst. I'm talking about this. Ich bin weg. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir. Is this Trucy? Nee. Wer bist du denn?
Down to the hands, floor on your head. Now.
Floor on your head? What is the big idea? My ears.
Unauthorized personnel are allowed in here.
But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Was hat er gesagt? No unauthorized aren't allowed. That would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
I just say it like it is, sir. It's usually wrong.
Moment, was hat er da auf dem Arm? Ich will das mal eben nachschlagen. Wo ist denn hier? Das ist doch... Wieso findet er da nichts? Also für mich sieht das aus wie, das.
I just say it like it is, sir. It's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct. Lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago?
No recollection of that, sir.
Huh?
For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There's no past, there's only now, sir.
Okay, you're the bailiff, right?
Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir.
I've asked to meet with the bailiff of this court who let the magician escape. Hier, jetzt sieht man das Gute zwar kopfüber, aber es sieht aus, als wäre es das, was ich gerade gepostet habe. Oh. Nee, auch nicht. Keine Ahnung. Das sagt mir irgendwie nichts. Was das sein soll.
I'm trying to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir.
But you were a regular police officer once, right?
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing?
I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
Guess I wasn't the only victim. Meekins. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform.
Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days.
Wie kriegt man das denn hin?
In 3 days, they fired me.
Ja, wundert mich jetzt nicht unbedingt. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff.
But your uniform.
I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. Wollte ich auch gerade sagen. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day.
I'm dying over here. The star rises among the court bailiffs full of hope, then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it in a normal fashion, without screaming? About Zach Remery's disappearance, I mean?
Oh, the humanity.
That's enough of that. Magician's disappearance.
Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, and some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face!
So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way?
Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk cat all the way down the hall, sir.
I have a diagram of the court building here. Oh, wow.
There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir.
Okay, da waren wir dann wohl auch.
All by myself, never a friend to call my own.
Okay, and which way did Zach Remery run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up like this and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remembered like it was right here because it was lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room. I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, The magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke, he was just gone.
That is impossible.
Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir.
How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished?
Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eye. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Vielleicht war es ja Trucy. Silk hat, cape. That's Zach, alright. Ja, aber ihr hattet das doch auch. Wetten, die war das? Oh ja, das wird ihm doch auffallen. Er würde doch wohl sehen, dass Zack nicht so klein ist. Aber ich meine, weiß nicht, so besonders kompetent ist er ja offenbar nicht. Könnte also schon sein.
But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide.
Und das würde immer noch die Frage aufwerfen, wo Drucy verschwunden sein soll. Wobei die ist natürlich so klein, die könnte sich vielleicht besser verstecken.
Sir, there was nothing I could do but, well, nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir, ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking?
You've had quite a bit of time since that. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Oh, nur zwei. Cyclops, I should have known. Das ist voll nostalgisch, diese Musik wieder zu hören. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
What's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm going to find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How did he do it?
Sir, well, sir, I can say sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here, and listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
What did you just say?
Sir, did you say something, sir?
No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I would go to have to invoke my right to remain in the state of not talking.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. Ist doch recht.
Sir.
Was hat er gesagt? Sie Örgel.
I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir, that day, she was here, in the room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him? Hab ich doch recht gehabt?
Sir, in my days as police officer, wie oft will er noch so sagen? Literally days.
Stimmt.
I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot tall magician.
7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Ja, scheiße, haben wir auch noch nicht. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Okay, aber ein Schloss kriegen wir das weg. Das heißt, wenn wir den Trick jetzt noch irgendwo finden... Oh, scheiße, präsentieren können wir auch. Mach ich erstmal noch nicht. Das alte Büro.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I am fine as always. This old boy is here to help me after all.
It's young man to you.
Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Oh. Die sieht schon nicht mehr so froh aus. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. Tja. Oder vielleicht doch. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney?
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Teddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
That was quick. Yes?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking I haven't paid for lunches at my school for a year.
Oh, shit.
So thanks, Daddy. Oh, in this office, it's a little blah.
Sure, a little blah.
A little color goes us a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge?